what we are trying to do is to lower our reliance on natural resource revenue that we have here in the province. And so most certainly, as we have increased revenue in certain years, we don't want to bake that in for many, many years and have the same challenges ultimately that we had back in 27. That being said, in this budget, there is much for everyone in Saskatchewan. In this budget, there is investment in our schools, in our education system, in our classroom, in our post-secondary education system. There's investment into the services that young families will use in this province. There's investment into the services for seniors in our province, into services for those that are most vulnerable in our communities. And I would say, last but not least, this is a budget that certainly lays the platform for strong growth today and into the future, where everyone will have an opportunity to succeed in this province.
The Finance Minister said there's no specific affordability measures in this budget. Why not?
There are a number of measures that actually do impact the affordability of people in the province. As you know, last budget year, we had provided the $500 tax affordability credit checks to all Saskatchewan residents. What we have done this budget year is to target those investments into the often lower income families, often where they are needed, to those that are most vulnerable in our communities, often to those that will experience some incentives, for example, in the seniors income plan.
I understand what the minister is saying. I also understand that this is a government that has continuously for a decade underfunded essential services that people in this province need, like education, like our K-12 system, like healthcare. This is a time when our healthcare system, nurses are describing this. I don't know nurses to be, really hyperbolic. Nurses are describing a system collapse. We need to see those investments now, and not just investments, money thrown at the problem. Actually sitting and working with those nurses, with those frontline professionals, as I've been asking, to build those solutions, because those are the people who both understand the challenges and understand the solutions.
Honestly, our kids are losing out. We expected a 5% increase to cover enrollment growth and inflation, and with only 2.5%, it just means more cuts to our classrooms. Earlier in the year, I heard the Premier say that you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of reality. And that's what we see happening, is the Premier continuing to ignore the reality of our classrooms, and there will be consequences in terms of less supports for our students and less strength going forward for Saskatchewan, because we know our kids are the future and they need to be well supported in schools.